Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. And on tonight's episode, I am joined by...
Shalara the Shaman, played by Dark Dragon.
And what level are you right now?
The same as you.
Which would be level 3. I'm a level 3 monk. I'm about... what would you say? That would be about 22, 23% into the level. It's a bubble and just a little sliver of yellow in there. So yeah, it's just slightly above.
That would be 28%. Because one tick is 2% and one bubble is 20%.
Yeah, mine's not quite 28% because each bubble is 20%. So for 8%, that would have to be a little bit more into that level. That would basically be just slightly under half of that bubble, and I'm not quite there. But yeah, we're gonna come over here in the Fill the Bones, and we're gonna continue to look around. In fact, this time we're gonna go out a little bit further into the desert region and see what we can find there. Now, this is not a zone I'm very familiar with. As we find things out, we'll let you know. I'm sure there's plenty of quests over here and plenty of areas that are far better for us to be hunting in. But, you know, because we're brand new to this area, we're going to make mistakes, we're gonna die a lot, and we actually have been doing fairly decently on the deaths. We haven't died too much. And we also have somebody else on the call with us.
Yeah, it's me, Beelzebub Gamer, guys, from High DLC.
And he's going to join us later. He's going to make another character over here as well on Iksar. Now, if you want to tell them a little bit about the character you're going to make.
I'm going to make the same as AC Gamer. I'm going to make an Iksar monk, and I'm going to dual wield, and I'm going to beat people in the face. I had a level 60 monk back in the day, guys, and I had so much fun with the Iksar monk. It's just... It's fun building faction. It gives you something to do. A lot of people are bored about faction, but when I know that I have to go and get faction, a good enough faction to actually sell and buy from these people, it gives me something to do. It gives me something to look forward to. Maybe I'm just weird, but...
And he was not on the last call, guys. I kid you not. We were just talking about that a little while ago, where I was saying that's one of the reasons I like this game over others, is that it gives you something to do other than get bored with it. Like at higher levels in other games, you will go to all the raid content, you will go to all the zones that are out there, and at some point you will have nothing left to do. This game is so slow on everything that by the time you get to, by the time you got to all the zones and you've seen everything in there, you've been playing for like 10 years. Like, it's that long. You will still be learning stuff about this game 15 years down the road. And the reason I can say that with absolute confidence is this game has been out for a long time, and people are still learning stuff about this game. So it is a never-ending, basically,
The never-ending story.
Well, that's why on the game box, at least the one that I went out and bought, and I bought it specifically for this, right there on the cover, it says, buy this for a loved one only if you never ever want to see them again.
That's pretty close, unless you are very, very lucky and you find somebody that you're in a relationship with that actually play together. And we have a viewer out there who does. They posted down in the comments section letting us know that they met their wife through this game. And
Lies.
Is that Wicked Jester? Wicked Jester you're talking about? Wicked Jester Gaming?
Was it him?
I think so.
Red. Watch out.
Okay, well, I know they had the character names, and I really wish I could remember them right now, because he actually wrote back, and I'm sorry, I forgot what your name was, man. But
I have them written down.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, if you can look that up real quick, because he wrote back and he
A-Labs, the Gnome Wizzy, that's A-L-A-B-S, and Kerowyn, Kerrowyn. I hope I spelled those right. And she's a Eurodite cleric, guys. We love you guys.
And how do you pronounce her name again?
I would say Kerowyn.
Kerowyn? Okay, well, a big shout out to Kerowyn, because he replied back letting us know that when his wife heard her name on the video, you should have seen her face. So I'm guessing that's a good thing. I'm hoping it was a good expression and not like horrified that you're on here. But yeah, I love the fact that you guys are getting back into the game, and I love the fact that you guys are enjoying the videos. It's definitely a good feeling in both respects, because this game is such a wonderful experience to have with somebody that you care about. And the fact that you guys can have a relationship like that, that's like the dream. To be able to find somebody that I can play video games with and have a relationship with, it's not easy. Like that's like working with somebody that you're in a relationship with, that is usually like the most disastrous thing you can possibly do. But if
Yeah.
you can find like that one person, that guy's ready to attack and he's red. I don't know if
Yeah,
we should be out
everything
here.
in here is red. That's what I've been trying to tell you, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Where
Oh,
you guys
that's
at?
right. We are
You guys
out.
go over to the lake of the Field of Monk?
We are in the Field of Bones, but we're out in like this giant pit.
Oh, you guys are in the band
And,
party.
on the topic that you were saying, if there's any single dark elf women out there that don't mind hooking up with a gnome, I'm single.
We just became a single bars, ladies. Oh baby. No.
Hey,
You
I'm
do
the
not.
only-
You do not want to do that. You do not want to cast that little piece of bait out there into the void of the internet. You do not know
Hey.
what you're going to get back on that one.
I may only be
According to Circuit's podcast the other night, guys, they were saying Europa has a lot of women players. So there you go, Duthraka.
I may
There you
only
go.
be 3'2", but I got a 4-foot tongue.
Dude.
Yeah, that
Come
was
on, dude.
that was way too much information for like 90% of our
Oh, man,
viewers.
fine.
I'm not talking like that. I'm talking the forked tongue, okay?
Yeah, still no. Oh my
You
god.
guys are the ones twisting.
Here we were talking about like a beautiful scenario of husband and wife playing the game, and somehow it became like a cheesy bar where we're snacking down peanuts and watching like people get shot down.
Sorry, it's the gnome in me. I gotta. Sometimes it takes a lot to temper that gnome.
Oh, man. That was-
I'm like flabbergasted. I don't even know what to say to any of that.
Just wait till you guys watch my Red server content that I'm uploading, man.
Or are you hitting like?
I've seen it.
Because I know you're pretty bad. Anytime you see a woman on the game, you'd be like, "Hey, sexy."
go up and wave
You're like
at
the
her.
guy from Friends. What was his name? Like Joey. How did he? What was his saying? It was
How you doing?
yeah. How you doing? You know, it was like Fonzie's. Hey, you know,
I
like
wave at him. That's all I do is like
you wave at him. Yeah.
Woo.
What are you waving at him? You know.
Just my hand.
Yeah.
That's all I do. I just wave.
You guys have seen it. I've shown you guys plenty of times. Every single time a woman shows up on the screen.
I don't know what he's talking about, guys. I'm innocent.
And I try to let him know. I try to let him know over and over and over again. He's not waving to a woman. He's waving to a dark dragon here.
Females don't play role-playing games.
Actually, they do. That's a stereotype that's not true.
I don't.
Although the most of the females that I've known usually do not play female characters, just so that they don't get harassed. So
Don't want to hear it. I want to continue.
with that delusion that there's no females on here. Why?
Yeah.
Why they actually play really well? I mean, it's no difference between guys and girls.
Oh,
You have really horrible ones and you have really good ones. I
I'm
mean,
not even saying something like that.
Well,
It's
make
just anytime I have ever met somebody on Everquest or World of Warcraft that was like, "Hey, I'm a chick," they've all been a dude.
maybe because of the way they phrased it, that should be your first red sign. Like, hey, I'm a chick.
Come on.
Most
Well,
women won't refer to themselves as chicks, and most of them won't ever come forward and be like, hey, you know. Like,
But
that's
every
this is not gonna work.
time I've met a person that said that they were female, they were a male, and every time
How'd
I
you
would
find
tell
out?
them, because I have a BS detector that kind of goes off. I pick up when people are lying to me, and certain things females do not say or do. Like a female doesn't fart and then pull your head under the covers. I mean,
Well,
that's not a female thing. That's a guy thing.
Hey, it could be a female thing if you got a female with a sense of humor.
Women can be just as disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, they could have grown up with 4 or 5 brothers or something like that, and just beat the crap out of you in any competition you can ever think of. I mean, it's hard to say that they can't or they can do
there's
anything
always-
like that. The only thing I would say is most females will not refer to themselves as chicks.
No,
So if they say,
that
"Hey,"
was my terminology.
oh, okay, I was gonna say if they're like, "Hey, I'm a
Listen,
chick,"
I'm saying.
be like, "Yeah,
But-
probably not."
Every time they said it, I was like, "Nope, you're not. You're lying." And then after a while, they would finally admit to me, "Yeah, I'm actually a guy, and I just roleplay a girl." And I don't want to think that there's a female playing, because then I have to be nice and gentlemanly.
Wow, it's like this is going down like the wrong sexist
No,
scenario.
no.
Like you're talking like you want to hold doors
Sexist.
open for them and stuff, but it's just coming across not very. Yeah, I don't know. For me, anyways, maybe
No,
maybe
it's-
everybody
I
else
just-
watching is like they're
No, that's how I was raised. I'm a southern gentleman We hold the
Yes.
door
I
for
was raised that
someone.
way too, but there are so many women that I've dated recently that they take it as an offense that you're holding the door open for
If
them.
they don't like it, they can take the finger between the ring and the index. All right.
Why you
Yeah, I
gotta
mean, they take it up with my mom. My mom taught me
take it
to
up with
treat
my
women
Yeah.
mom?
with respect.
There's a
I'm
big
gonna tell
difference.
my mom you're not being nice to me.
There's
I
a
would,
big
I would,
difference between
Take it
I
up
would
sexist
with my
rather, I would
mom.
rather upset them than upset my mom. So that's just how I feel about it. My mom is more special. So I would rather, yeah, I'd rather open the door and do what my mom taught me and told me when I was a young kid,
I
and
just got
upset the
Deadpool.
lady that gets upset over me being a gentleman and trying to be nice. Then I would, have my mom know that I'm some kind of callous asshole who doesn't open the doors to ladies like she wanted me to.
Yeah,
So
like I said,
who would you rather please? I'd rather please my mom. 'Cause I love my mama.
I'd
there's a-
rather please everybody if I can.
if
I
you-
like being nice to
Yeah,
everybody. I like the
yeah.
yeah, but you can if you try, man. It's just
You're
Hold
always
on,
gonna
easy.
you're always gonna upset somebody, dude.
well,
that.
I guess, but there's plenty of scenarios where just not saying anything negative at all is usually the best outcome that you can get. And so I try
Yeah.
doing that to
What's negative
Right,
about
but
holding the
see-
door open for a lady?
nothing
dude?
unless you know that they don't like it. If you know they don't like it,
Oh, yeah.
then
If they don't like it, that's their problem.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
it's not
I've
their
been
problem because
conditioned. Yes, it is.
the
I've been
moment
conditioned.
you know they don't like it, you just
No,
simply
no,
don't do
no.
it to them
See-
anymore. That's the
No,
end of
you've
that.
been
I'll give you the
conditioned, though.
perfect
You've been
example.
conditioned.
I'll give you the perfect example. You see a person, doesn't matter if they're male or female, and they're bringing groceries from the grocery store to their car, and they drop some of those bags and their food falls out. You go over and try to be nice and help them pick it up. That is being nice just as much as it is being gentlemanly.
That is being nice
Hold on,
in
let
your
me finish.
opinion. In your opinion, but if you went over there and picked up their orange off of the ground, and they're like, "Thanks," and now I'm not going to eat that because I don't know where you've been. They could see it
Sorry,
as just the exact opposite. That's what I'm saying. Like
If
when it
they're
comes,
not, if they're not going to eat it because it was in your hand, they're not going to eat it because it was on the ground.
maybe. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You
Still,
just never
the
know.
point
But
is
the moment
if
you
the
know,
person gets mad at you for trying to be nice and help them, then that's their problem, not yours.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Like if you know that they don't like it, just simply not doing it is the
Well,
best
if
thing you
you
can do.
know that they don't like it, then yeah, you're not going to do it.
That's what I was just
But
getting
you're
at. I was
still
just
gonna
letting you know that
offer.
there's women out there that don't
But
like
you're
you to open doors.
But you're
And once
still
you
gonna
know,
offer.
no, once I know that they don't like it, I just stop doing it. I stop doing it for them. I'll do it for other people because I know that's the way I was raised. And most women out there,
Exactly.
most guys out there, I love if somebody opens the door for me. That would be a change of pace. I've never had somebody open the door for me. I'm not rich enough for something like that. Maybe movie star status to get used to that kind of thing. But
I have hell. Just earlier today, when I was at my doctor's appointment,
even know how we got on
opened
this
a door
topic,
for
guys.
6 men and 5 women, just to be nice.
But
I
yeah,
don't-
I think originally what we were talking about was that
Being
I just
gentle.
wanted to give a shout out to those couples out there who play together and I can
Yeah,
find
start off with
such
some good intentions.
yeah, right. I mean, it got off the rails so weird there. I don't know how we got onto that topic, but
Sorry,
holy crap,
but
guys!
It's because women don't play.
I think we're all passionate about women. I think that's.
Look at that there, AC.
Why
I'm
does that
just
look like
passionate
a
about
bag?
being nice, man. I love to see people smile because you made their day a little bit
Oh
better.
yeah, dude, that's
You know, like
Exactly.
that's the ultimate thing right there. And
That
so
is so
whether
good.
if I can make them smile by just not doing something, then so much the better because that means I use less energy. So you know,
lazy bum.
heck yeah, man. I do too much stuff during the average day. If I can save even a little bit of energy, I am definitely going to do that because by the time I get home, I'm exhausted, man. I could just go to bed, a lot of the time if the weather was right. I can't sleep when it's hot. And even with the AC, it just seems so artificial. It doesn't work. Like right now,
So, you're saying you're artificial?
now I'm saying the AC is. I'm saying like
Yeah.
when. Oh, haha, yeah, very funny.
Took a second, didn't it?
Well, I'm just not used to being called AC. That's not my real name, so I don't really go by it very often unless I'm on here with you guys.
I know, but it was still funny.
And and actually, AC is something kind of new. My channel wasn't always called that. It was called Author of Christopher there for a little while, and the reason behind that was that I originally created this channel to do dramatic readings of my book, and somewhere along the way, I kind of got away from writing. I got into writer's block, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play some games. I saw other people putting out videos on there, and I'm like, you know, that's kind of a cool idea. I can share some games that I'm very passionate about with some people. Maybe, you know, for myself, anyways. You know, put it into a library, and that way one day I want to go back, because I would love to have the videos of my first time playing this game back in the day with all the people I played with and stuff. So maybe at one day I'll come back and watch these videos myself. That's what I was thinking when I first got into it. And the community that has built or have come to this channel, it has been so great that I've just kind of fell in love with sharing these videos with you. And I've done so many more games that I probably would never have done on camera, just because you guys are here and because you guys enjoy it and because I enjoy the back and forth that I get with you guys and the conversations. You know, it's just, it's an amazing community, guys. You guys really are awesome.
I made a couple of Red Server videos last night, and it's not the same without having you guys there, man. And it's so much better to have friends to play with, guys. It really is a blessing.
Yeah, and every one of the people that I play with on here, guys, you know, Thoom, Dark Dragon, Bushido Bull, they were all people who had commented on the channel at one point saying they liked the video or they were interested in joining me, or some kind of comment that got them into the game with me, and we started doing videos together, and it's been a great time. And that's what I'm saying, like the community that has built around this whole thing. And you guys now have channels of your own and you're doing your own videos and stuff, so I find that just amazing. It builds on top of itself. And
yeah, you're the one that you pushed me into doing it, man. I wouldn't say pushed me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to do that.
Yeah. You're responsible though. So
all it took me was donating $500 to you, and bam, I'm in your videos.
I wish that would be awesome. In fact, while we're on the topic,
here are my videos with my $500.
Right, I was gonna say, somebody did some fan funding. I had put that on there on my site as an option that people could like donate money to the channel. I didn't think it would ever be a real thing. I didn't think anybody would ever like. Why would you do that? Like, you can watch my videos for free. I don't mind. I would love to be able to do this full time, but that's, you know, it's not something you actually have to donate money to me. But somebody did it. Somebody donated $5. It doesn't let me know who. I wish it would let me know who. I would like to be able to write them a thank you note and give them something special because of it. Yeah, but I can't say their name, and I really would like to do that. But if you're out there watching and you're the one who did it, guys, you know, just a huge thank you. You know, it's $5, and some people were like, "Well, that's not a lot of money." It's the meaning behind it. It means that you liked my channel enough, you liked the content enough to give anything, even if it was a penny. The fact that you're giving anything is just a huge compliment. The fact that you liked it that much. So yeah, again, guys, just a huge shout out to you.
It was your first donation, so therefore you'll never be able to spend it because you got to put it in a frame.
Well, no, it doesn't. They don't send it to you like that. It just gets lumped in there with the rest of the money you make off of your advertisements and stuff like that. I know what you mean, because the very first book that I made, they sent me $1 right off the bat saying, "Hey, we like your book. We'd like to be able to publish it for you. Here's $1 as the, you know, the first dollar you make off of your book." And then they give you the rest of the chunk that they want to give you, which is however much money they believe in your book. They may give you an advance of like 1,000 or 2,000, or I've even heard of people getting like 100,000 as an advance and stuff like that. I got paid a little bit of money for mine right off the bat, and then of course I make the interest, or you know, not the interest, but I make the royalties from it from now on as well. And every year it goes up a little bit more and a little bit more the longer it's out. So, but yeah, I framed that first $1 for my very first book, and I've done that for every book since. Definitely, you know, something you like to have on your wall. Can't really do that with this case. I guess I could just take $5 off from the total and put that in there, but it just doesn't really feel like that would be the same thing. You know, it'd just be like a random $5 rather than like the one, you know, dollar bill that they sent because they cared enough and they believed enough in your channel to do it. But yeah, it's a weird feeling, because when I first...
Hold up.
What's up?
I just forged that.
Oh, are you forging?
Yeah.
See, I haven't been forging at all. That's something I should get used to. Yeah, I should definitely get used to doing that. I've never played a druid, and they're one of the few people, I think rangers can do it as well, that have the forge skill. But
it's some classes and some races.
And Iskars, I guess, are one of the races?
Can we go back to town now?
Why, are you full?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Yeah, let's head back to town, guys. And actually, we may not even have to head back into the town. There are buildings out here at the entrance. Some of them probably have an NPC that you could sell to, I would imagine. This is a newbie area, and it does seem like when they designed this...
I have 2 skeletons on my butt.
What, for like tattoos? You're going for Halloween style on that one, or what?
No, the ones that are hitting me from behind.
I know what you mean. I was just giving you a hard time, man. Because you're wearing some kind of like weird pinkish thong, and you're talking about skeletons being on your butt. I mean, it would really go with it, you know? Go with that like punk rocker look and
No,
the hair and like.
if you look at the pants that you're wearing, it's the exact same as mine. It's just mine are pink since my jeans.
I know, and wearing brown diapers is not a good sign. That usually means that you need to be changed. This is not ideal clothing for it. I'm not really a big fan of it yet. And then of course you got like this whole BDSM thing going on with like the little strap going across your chest. I'm just missing my collar and the little gag in the mouth or something. You know, just
If your undies being brown mean that they need to be changed, what does it mean that mine are red?
ooh. Well, you are a female, so I guess go
You've
on.
been eating too much
Hey, now
It's
who's being sexist?
Well, no, I'm just saying you are playing a female,
Oh,
and
they really are.
he was talking about it, man. I'm just trying to come up with some natural way that they could be that way. You know.
Oh yeah, it is 100% natural.
We're sorry, guys. We're sorry.
It wasn't me. I was
Why?
just yeah. You see, why? Why do you do this to us?
I don't see anybody out here we can sell to. I bet there's somebody though.
Which of your twos do you guys enjoy playing the most?
My
Which
cleric,
one?
hands down, cleric.
Romero.
Well, my favorite is Bard, but they don't have melody or twist on here, so I can't play it. So my second favorite is Necro.
They have twist on here. You just have to do it yourself. Like you can't do a program or
No,
anything.
twist where you just type in the command and what songs you want to twist.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like you can do that. You just have to do it yourself.
Yeah, and I already have carpal tunnel. I can't.
That's why everybody does not play bards. But the people who do, oh, there we go. I knew there'd be somebody out here. You can sell to this guy right here. Axe
I'm not
of the
sure
Iron
my
Back.
pick is right now, guys. I'm having a lot of fun on all my characters. Thoom is. He's definitely got the best backup.
He got the best what?
He's got the best backup. You know,
Yes,
we got
the
a
best
full group.
intro.
Corvellis hangs out with the Doothrock and sometimes Tony Brown, which is awesome. Well, he doesn't have a full group around him, but I have a lot of fun with him. I have a lot of fun with all my characters. I really don't know if I have a favorite.
Well, you're the one that asked the question. You don't even have a favorite. Which one should I say? Do you like playing the least?
Oh, see, I can't answer that because that's not true of any of them. We played Kithis the least, I believe, but he's by far my mage is not my. In fact, he probably might be one of my favorites if I played him more often. So.
My least favorite are melee.
Oh, you okay?
So like monk, warrior. I just.
Well, you know that's
Love
just not your thing. I mean, you like the casters. You like to be in the back, so.
Well, I like bards too, and bards are half melee. It's just they also do something else. That's why I didn't say Shadow Knight, because I like playing a Shadow Knight. I just don't like a strict meleeer. It's just.
Well, monks are like Shadow Knights in the sense that they do a lot of pooling. In fact, a lot of the time, at later levels, you won't even be doing any of the melee. You will literally just go off and pool, and then come back to the group, feign death when the tank got a little bit of aggro, and go off and pull another one. Like, you will not be doing any damage whatsoever, which is kind of a shame, because monks do so much of it, but it just be a constant
pull.
pull.
Same thing on my Necro.
Not so much. I mean, Necros, they can pull, but you take such poor hits that you might die in literally 1 or 2 hits, and that's not what you want as a puller. If you have a choice, if you have a choice between a Necro and a monk, I would say 90% of the time, if not more, you're going to go with the monk.
Hold up. Come back here to me.
I can't ever
I'm
jump off.
I'm liking my paladin on Red Server a little bit more than
found
what I
a
thought I
couple
would.
backpacks. Do you want me to buy you one?
No, I'm good for now. I don't really want the extra weight on my guy yet.
All
I
right.
need to get some like weight reduction backpacks for this guy eventually.
Well, I definitely need backpacks.
Right? Yeah. Pick up as much as you can because you're going to be doing most of the looting for me, or for the whole group, I would imagine.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
kind
gonna
of
be
worried
looking
about.
for us.
I'm kind
Yeah,
of worried
yeah.
about my paladin.
What am I, gangster now? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
And what movie would you guys suggest people watching for today's episode for Halloween? What would be the one that, cheesy or violent or any of those categories? You're more than welcome to pick anything from the 80s all the way up. I mean, any era that you want.
I would choose for this episode. I would choose Hellraiser,
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
good one. The
good
first one,
choice.
or
the first one, the original. Yeah.
okay?
You know they're gonna
Love that
remake
movie.
it, right?
Oh, I'm sure they are. They remake everything nowadays.
Well, they primarily they don't want to remake it like they did with Halloween and all that. They just want to update it because that is a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, Hellraiser was awesome. It doesn't need to be messed with.
I fully agree, but if they hold on, I want to buff this fat guy.
He's not fat. He's just big bone, man.
He's not fat. He's just short for his weight.
He's just he's a giant ogre, troll, ogre, right? Yeah, I think an ogre.
Is he? Does he have white skin or does he have green skin?
Oh, come on, you can't answer that question. Am I profiling? What about you, Dark Dragon? What would be yours that you would suggest people watch?
Well, the scariest movie I can think of is It's a Wonderful Life.
I'm not a big fan of that movie, but I would not say it was scary.
Every
in
time I
sense of the
watch
word.
it, I want to kill myself.
That's not a word, dude.
Yeah, that's more depressing than anything else.
It's actually a good movie, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not a big fan of it. They play it every year, so I've
Well,
pretty much
yeah,
seen
you're
it too
not-
many times. I've seen it too many times.
Exactly. You're not a fan of it because you watch it every year, but if you watch it only once in a while, like I think I've seen it twice altogether, and it's not a bad movie, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, there's a reason why they play it every year. Because it's-
Definitely not a Halloween movie. I
All right,
wouldn't
fine.
put that in the
Definitely
category at all.
Mr. Limpet.
Which one?
The Incredible Mr. Limpet.
I've never heard of that one. What is that one about? Without giving anything away.
It's actually not a horror.
Well, that doesn't really go
We're
in with the
asking-
whole thing.
yeah,
Like,
we're
we're asking for
asking for
horror
horror
when you're giving us, like,
movies.
Christmas movies and
Alright,
whatever the
alright.
Incredible Mr. Limpet was about. I'm not sure, but
I watch so many horror movies. It's just kind of blah.
well, you got a whole 30 of them. Well, while you're thinking about that, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys mine. Mine would be the first Evil Dead movie. I'm not talking about the remake. The remake actually wasn't that bad.
Yes, it
But-
was.
I like the very first
I
one
think it
with
was-
Bruce Campbell in it. Definitely a great movie to watch. It's cheese again, but it's a cult classic. Lots and lots of people love that one, and I think it has classic scenes in it. The second one to that one is not horror at all, but definitely worth watching as well. That's Army of Darkness, guys, for the second one.
None of them are horror.
The first one was pretty good on horror. It was right up
They're-
there with like Jason
They're all
and Freddy
comedy
Krueger.
horror.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I would classify that one really a comedy
Oh, it
per
was
se.
I
It,
laughed through the whole movie.
yeah, but it wasn't meant to be. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the cheese factor in that one nowadays. When you go back and watch some of these, you're like,
All right.
that's what horror used to be. Yeah, well, it's kind of what it was. But
I got a movie for you.
okay, what's this one?
Infected.
Infected.
Mhm.
Is that a? I think that one's a drama one, wasn't it?
No.
That's about the disease that's spreading across the world.
No.
What's that one about?
It's about a guy and his buddy who, the guy, I believe he's Oriental or half Oriental or something like that, finds out he has an inoperable, one of the veins and arteries in his brain is about to burst, and it's inoperable.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
Well,
don't
we'll
know
leave it
if
at that, though. That way we don't give too much away. But it
No,
sounds
no,
kind of
that-
interesting.
I'm not giving anything away.
No, I
Um,
know, but I just
but-
don't want you to go too much into the storyline if people actually are going to watch it.
Don't worry, I know where to stop.
Okay.
He decides for his bucket list he wants to go on a trip through Europe. So him and his best friend go on a trip to Europe where he meets a girl at a bar and she infects him, which is the name of the movie, and that's all I'm gonna say.
All right, guys. So definitely go check out those movies if you're looking for some good horror Halloween movies. And for those of you who are wondering why I'm always using cheesy movies as my movies to give out, like I said many times before, I'm not really huge into horror, so it has to have some kind of other aspect to the movie that I enjoy. I love comedies and I love movies with great
You start
storylines.
swinging at this guy.
I'm killing the militia guy. He's pretty tough. But yeah, you're still doing more aggro than I can possibly get off of you. You got a new shield too, by the way, right?
Yarr.
Nice. Now, what does that shield do? Can you give us the stats on it after this fight is over?
I can give it to you while it's playing. It
Go
is
for it.
a 7 AC, 7.5 pound shield.
Nice.
That's it.
Still, it's not bad. 7 AC for this level is pretty good. Off of a random mob, too. We haven't killed any
Yeah.
names or anything, so.
It was off of one of those skellies. You got it when we were coming down the hill.
Yeah, I like the
Right.
design on it as well. If you turn towards me real quick, let me zoom in. And I'm not zooming in very quick because this is what I was talking about. The sensitivity on the zoom is so bad.
Well, I could always go like this.
And I can't see you
Oh
anymore.
man, that is really neat. The thing that I can't see.
And again, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, guys, and we both greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave those comments down below because we do love hearing back from you. And if you guys want to say anything before we head out,
Hit the like button or I'm cutting off your tail.
We love your butts.
and we cannot lie, guys. So thanks again for watching, and we will catch you next time.
Subscribe.